Hello, part two of doing our Hello Autumn pumpkins. So the first time I tried this just a few minutes ago, I got both my pumpkins on my surface and I did not dry my brown pumpkin enough, and I put surface wax over it and it completely smeared, so it made a mess. So right now I'm going to go ahead, I've cleaned my transfers, I've cleaned my surface, and we're going to go ahead and try it again. I'm going to repost that link to my materials for this project, and it's there. And so just to catch you up, we're using an Aiden frame. It's a 12 by 18. You don't have to use an Aiden frame. You can use a Sylvie frame, you can use a piece of cardboard, you can use a canvas, you can use whatever. I'm going to use my jack-o'-lanterns stencil. These are Chalk Couture stencils. This stencil came with these faces and sayings. I'm not going to use those tonight though. I am going to use the two pumpkins. There's two different sized pumpkins, and I'm going to use our Club Couture transfer from September, which says Hello Autumn. We've already used this one time on a pillow. We're going to use it again. So we're going to go ahead and actually I need, my chalk has rolled away. Let me see if I can find it. So it was not my chalk, it was my surface wax. I'm going to go ahead and wax this whole surface because it's wood and we want to make sure, well, maybe I'm not going to wax it because it is a Chalk Couture surface, but the first thing I am going to do is fuzz my transfers. These are reusable transfers and they are sticky on the back. I'm going to fuzz it just one time because I just fuzzed it once before. And I'm going to lay it on my board. Get this other one off. So I'm going to position it where I want it. I'm going to smooth it down to make sure it adheres to the surface underneath, that it's stuck, and that it doesn't have any bubbles in it. Let me move this over for you guys. So I've got it adhered. And the reason you don't want any bubbles is because you don't want the paste peeking underneath it. The first thing I'm going to do is use my Chalkology paste in the camel color, and I'm going to do the stem. So I just get a little bit of paste on my squeegee and smooth it over the silk screen area. Just going to smooth it over, and what you have extra, you're just going to scrape off. Put it back in your jar because you can reuse that. We don't like to waste any paste around here. The next part I'm going to do, I'm going to use this color called Marvelous. It's really a pretty color. It's kind of a pinkish, a very light pink color. And I'm going to put quite a bit on there, but we're not going to use it all. We're going to smooth it over and we're going to remove the extra. So we're just smoothing over this stencil area. Where you can see through the surface is where you want that paste to go and adhere. So that's where you're going to smooth. This stuff is just so, it's just kind of like a slick feeling paste, and it just smooths so easily over your transfer. Make sure I get it right up to my stem area. And like I said, I'm going to take off the excess paste and put it back in my jar. I'm also trying to get my lines kind of smooth so that there's not a lot of lines in them. So it looks a little smoother, not as choppy. So I'm going to go ahead and peel it off. We'll see what it looks like. I'm going to do this slowly so that we can repair anything that we may need to repair. It looks good so far. Oh, there's a big hole right there. So I'm going to try and smooth that in there. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I can fill that in just a minute with the paintbrush. Let me go ahead and take this off. I'm going to put it on a dish mat in my drawer, and I'm going to spray it with water so that I can begin the cleaning process. And since I have that little hole, I'm I'm going to get a paintbrush, and I'm just going to get some paste on it, and I'm going to kind of paste it in there. These transfers do have a distressed look to them in the first place. So they don't have to be perfect. Wonder if I can kind of smooth it a little bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to dry this so that I can layer something on the top. You guys having a great Saturday? I love Saturdays. The reason why I'm drawing this is because I'm going to overlap it with a brown pumpkin. I'm going to put the transfer on this. So if it's not dry, and if I don't use surface wax on top of it, it'll pull up that paste that I just laid down. And we learned about drying in the last video a few minutes ago. So I do want to make sure that this is dry, that paste stays on the surface. And this is just a heat tool. So I know it may still be wet right in here where I added the extra paste, so I'm going to stay away from that area. I am going to get my surface wax in a cloth, and I am going to go over this part of the pumpkin. It's coming up a little bit. Just kind of dab it on there so it protects it a little bit. I'm going to lay my next pumpkin over, and it's just going to overlap a little bit. I'm going to try to get them pretty even at the bottom, although it doesn't really matter. I'm going to smooth it on, make sure there's not any bubbles. And I'm going to use, this whole pumpkin is going to be in the camel color of paste. So I'm going to put it on. I'm just going to smooth it over everything, including the stem and the color that we're overlapping. Really quick and easy. Excess off. I'm trying to get rid of any lines that I may have showing to make it even. I'm going to peel it up slowly. Looks awesome. Very good. I'm also going to put this in on my towel and spray it so we can start cleaning. So I'm just using plain water on this. It's just kind of sitting and it's kind of working through the paste a little bit. This is what it looks like right now. I think the colors look pretty nice. I know you probably haven't seen a pink pumpkin, but I've never seen a teal pumpkin either. And I like the way that looks anyway, so I'm making it my own. I'm going to dry this. I'm going to dry it this time, because last time I did not. So I'm going to layer another transfer over the top. It's going to be the Hello Autumn and the leaves. So I want to make sure I dry this very, very good. So if you didn't have a chance to watch the video I made just a few minutes ago, the beginning of this video, what happened is I got to this point and I did not dry my pumpkins very well. Or I don't even know if I dried them at all. But I went to the next step, which was adding surface paste to them, surface wax, so that I could layer the next transfer on top. And when I wiped that surface wax on there, all my paste came up, my brown paste, and so that ruined the whole thing. So since these are reusable boards, they're from Chocolate Tour, I was able to scrape that existing paste off using water and a scraper and get it back to like new condition, and that way I can use it again. So that's the benefit of buying these Chocolate Tour reusable boards, is that if you make a mistake, you can redo them. If you have it painted from, let's say we have this done from autumn or fall, and it comes time for Christmas and you want to put something on there Christmas related, you don't have to buy another board. You can just go ahead and reuse the same one you have and just scrape it off and start over again. So it makes the idea of storing all these decorations from the seasons a little easier. And it also cuts down the cost on having to buy other boards. So I think this is almost dry, and the wax actually comes through and looks kind of shiny when you're doing this. So where you see these shiny spots, I don't know if you can or not. Maybe you're not even in frame. I'm not in frame. That's probably where the paste is, the wax, surface wax is. Right here I'm worried about. We're going to call that dry. Yeah. Okay, so let's try this again. I've just got a cloth here. I'm going to get my surface wax, which comes from my shop, from Chalk Couture, and this is just a protectant. It also makes correcting mistakes easier. So if you have some paste on there that you really don't want on there, then you can remove it. Let me find my transfer I'm going to put on here. Let's see. You guys, I'm just a little discombobulated with my new setup. Oh, here it is. No, it's not. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so I'm a little lost. I've got a new setup. My table's a little smaller, but it's higher, which I can stand on. I like it. But this is the Club Couture for September transfer, and it says Hello Autumn, and it has these cute little autumn leaves on it. So we're going to use it, but not as the whole thing. We're going to kind of mix and match and put things in different places with it. So, surface wax. I'm just going to put a little bit on here. Once again, this is to protect the paste that's underneath and to protect the transfer. I'm going to put some decorations up at the top near the stems. So I just want to kind of rub it in. Give it a quick little smooth. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the words Hello Autumn. And you know, I think I'm going to use the Shimmer Plum for that. Put it about there. And I'm going to put this little piece of paper down kind of as a guide to block so I don't put any paste where I don't want it. And to kind of remind me that I don't want the whole thing on there. So Hello Autumn. Okay, I'm going to smooth it down. Looks pretty good. So here's my Shimmer Plum. It's so pretty. I'm almost out. So I'm just going to do the words. So I have to kind of think about what I'm doing because I don't want to do these little dots or these little fern looking things. So once again, I'm applying my paste and just smoothing it onto the silkscreen areas. Pretty easy. Making sure everything's covered and that I'm not getting anything that I don't want to cover. Got some extra, I'm going to put it back in my jar. Okay, I'm gonna lift it, guys. Looks nice. Okay. Hello Autumn. Can you see the Hello Autumn? Okay. So now I want to decorate with some of these little flowers. Just a few. And I think I'd like to do some of this shimmer olive green. And I'd like to do some of this beautiful shimmer crimson. Maybe this flower here and this flower here. And guys, if you notice I'm using different squeegees for each color, you don't have to do that. You can wash your squeegees off after every time. I just don't know if I'm going to use these again, that color again, so I am just kind of using them again, or saving it for the same color. And do this little dot right here, maybe this dot right here, and these couple dots. See if there's anything else. That little leaf there might be cute. Let's see if we can do it, maybe the camel color. Let's do the shimmer olive on this leaf here. So this is all subjective, guys. Whatever you want to do, make it your own. Maybe this right here. Let's peel that up and let's see what it looks like so far. See if we need to add anything else. Pretty cute. Okay. Let's work on this other little one. Shimmer olive on this sleeve. If you guys wanted to know how to get this club transfer, this Hello Autumn transfer, it is exclusive only for Club Couture members and designers, but you can easily become a Club Couture member. It's a monthly DIY club is what it is, and it mails you a once a month transfer, which is an 8.5 by 11 size for $19.99 each month. It's a surprise. And it'll give you 3 coordinating paste packets, which they think goes well with the transfer that they're sending you out. So everyone will get the same monthly transfer, and they have always been great. I just love all their transfers, guys. They are so pretty. I haven't had one that I don't like yet. And they're always very timely as far as the seasons go. So you can count on it's something that you're going to use right away, and it'll go with the times. And as a Club Couture member, there is a 3-month commitment for being a Club Couture member. So it's $19.99 a month, and you commit to be a member for 3 months, and then you can cancel if you choose to. But when you order from my website as a Club Couture member, you get $4.95 shipping, which is really a good deal because some of these surfaces are heavy and shipping, you know, adds up. So it is a good deal to get that $4.95 shipping as a bonus. Okay, let's take this up. let's see what it looks like. Cute. It needs some more color though. Let's see. I think it needs, I'll dry it real quick. So if you'd like to become a Club Couture member and get these exclusive transfers, all you have to do is type the word club in the comments, and I will send you a link on how to join to your messenger. So just check your messenger, Facebook Messenger, and it will send you a link, and it'll give you everything you need to become a member. Once again, it's just a 3-month commitment, $19.99 a month. A lot of fun. It's a surprise. It's a great way to get your monthly crafting in, although it is more addictive that, you know, once you do one, you're going to want to do another one. So just be aware of that. It's a lot of fun though. This is my fun time. I enjoy it so much. Let's see what's under this. That's that and that. Maybe a leaf up here. So I'm just kind of picking things to put. And maybe something right, I think I need something on this side. This little sprig right here. Let's do that purple. It's very cute, guys. So here it is. Now the only thing I can see is this Hello Autumn kind of gets lost in it. Do you guys think it gets lost? I think maybe I might go over that with white once it dries. I might just do that now. Let me see if I can do that. Once again, I want to make sure that this is completely dry before I put the transfer back over it. And maybe I could have put it up here in this top corner instead, but we'll just go over it with some light. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my stencil back on over the top, and it's pretty easy to see where it goes. You're just going to line it up where it was, make it adhere, make sure there's no bubbles, and I'm going to smooth on this white over the top of the purple. And let's see how it works. this is not quite working out the way I wanted it to. But I'm going to go over it again one more time, but I'll do it off air. So this is what it looks like right now. It looks a little better in the white, but it's not as solid as I'd like it to be. So I'm going to clean it up and I'll redo the white again, and our project will be finished. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know this was a lesson on how to correct mistakes basically, but it was still a lot of fun and I like the finished product. I hope you do too. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you. Bye-bye.